Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
Unknown submarine contact in the vital area. Away the Nixie team away. Away the Nixie team away. Set general quarters. Set general quarters. General quarters, on hands, leave out of station. General quarters, on hands, leave out of station.
Tonight, Clint and BZ are going to tear through the gristle of today's streaming headlines and rip out the sinewy tendons of truth ensconced within, here on the Sackheads Against Tyranny show. From the hoary streets of Sacramento, Fornicalia, exposing the trembling toadies, the sniveling jackanapes and the fripperous fopdoodles infesting altogether too much of this great nation of ours. Please feel free to partake of our chat room at shrmedia.com. And of course, featuring the effervescent contrarian sackheads CLINT, plus the unrestrained bulbosity of the Zepmeister, doubling your late-night conservative talk show pleasure with double the hosts. Some contents may have settled during shipping. Member FDIC batteries not included. Terracross dotted line, hell in Mexico. Patent pending, warranty void in Montenegro. Tonight, Clint and BZ will talk about a veritable gaggle. No, a shrewdness, a murmuration, an obstinacy, a war and a pandemonium, a gaggle, a muster, a covey, and unkindness, a maelstrom, a knot, a prick, a shivel, a murder, an intrusion, a smack, a hive, a prickle, yea, a veritable cauldron of topics yonder. Across from me is Sackhead's Clint, and I'll be your server and obese, somnambulistic reprobate for tonight. Sorry, I once again apologize. We do not take American Express or personal checks. And remember, as we advised you last week at this same bat time, this same bat channel, this is an exhibition, not a competition. So please,
no wagering.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And you said we do not take American Express, correct?
No. Oh, no. No, yeah. Not even the black card.
Yeah, we never have.
No.
Never have. So please.
They charge too much money.
Look, and please stop asking. Really. Like, we love our audience. We love you guys, but please really stop asking.
My mailbox is flooded just about daily with requests. Well, I get requests about the BZ show. But any request that I get about Sackheads, it's always about, hey, what about this wagering stuff? And when will you finally allow American Express?
Yeah. I think personal checks people understand. But American Express is hard for people to grasp, and I don't understand.
No, it's the massive charge.
Yeah.
They just charge too darn much money.
How are you?
Welcome to Mike and Chet. I've had one of the worst weeks in quite some time.
Really?
Yeah, it started last week and it went through this week.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, not at all.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Is this better now?
I'm hoping that I do have kind of a couple of interesting cuts that may amuse me tonight.
Okay.
Some audio cuts. I'm hoping that somewhere in this show tonight there will be a laugh or two. And at this point, I don't really care about the audience. If I can laugh tonight a couple of times, that's my goal.
Okay.
So
well, let's see if it's off to a good start because you got your fix.
Yes. Oh,
right?
Yes. Again, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
My Diet Pecky.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
So, got that here. Let's see. I have to say hello to Mike in chat. What? There are a few things to talk about.
Nothing happened this week.
Do you just want to get to Mueller and start with that and roll on, and then whatever happens after that happens? Because as I swore to you, I swore to you that I would have tons of audio cuts.
You did.
Now, it won't be as many audio cuts as you might think. I have about 7, 8. One of them is an introduction. And that'll be the longest one. It's about 8 minutes. And on that one, I would like your comments about what this individual is saying, because this was how this is how Bobby Mueller was introduced today. And this was an introduction by Adam Schiff. Now, for those of you living in Uruguay, in a cave near the Madras, about 10 to 20 feet underground, and you do not have an internet connection, and even the local Hyrax population out there, they're not doing anything for you. They're not patting you on the back, nothing like that. Unless you're under those circumstances, most people realize that Bobby Mueller today bespoke himself on the 2 House hearings today, the House Judiciary Committee, and he was there for 3-4 hours, something like that, and then he rolled on over to the House the House Intelligence Committee.
They're not very intelligent,
and yeah, that's a contradiction in terms like naval intelligence. So I have a bunch of cuts, and then that 8-minute cut that I'd like you to weigh in on. And what I'd like to do with that is what I do on the BZ shows. If I have an audio cut and I want to interject, I'll just start and stop. And I'd like you to tell me, okay, start it, stop it, and then I'll weigh in, and then I'd like your comments about that.
Sure. And
the reason that I'd like to do that is to combat some of the silliness that we hear. And then any place, once we get through with Mueller, any place else that you want to go is nifty. I'm just thinking that it's the elephant in the room. Let's do it now. Let's get it out of the way. It will be interesting. I have made it as entertaining as I think I can.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
For a 105-year-old guy to have sat in front of two committees, because in and of itself, that's not really what people are looking for in terms of entertainment.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. He's super, super old. Not that there's anything wrong with that, BC.
No.
But he it's not like the guy's senile. It's not like he forgets like who appointed him the first time. It's not like there's those things going on with him.
Right, like you tell me back in the 1800s who first appointed me.
Right. I was going to say.
Me and Bob go way back.
Way back. Yeah.
Back.
Way
back.
Yeah, start.
Okay, Wayback Machine. Who was in the Wayback Machine?
The Wayback Machine.
Do you remember the Wayback Machine?
Oh.
Mr. Peabody's Improbable History.
Yes. Yep.
And, daggone it, if there was somebody in chat right now, I can't think of... Oh, his little human friend, Mr. Peabody, was a dog.
Yes.
And
his son...
His little friend...
His son...
was...
He adopted him, right?
And his name was... I Remember.
Oh,
no,
my
his
gosh.
name wasn't I Remember. I'm just telling you that
you remember his name.
Right, because you originally thought that I'm sure that I wouldn't, because that's back from the 1950s.
Yeah.
Because I remember yesterday just like it was yesterday.
That's a song.
By the Beatles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. P. Sherman.
Yes.
Where's the bell? I need the bell.
Yes, you do. Sherman.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's
one laugh.
Yep. Okay. You have to ask yourself, how did we get here?
Hang on a second. Since you're going way back, I'm going to go way back here for a second. Okay. We can't get into business too quick.
Wait.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
Yeah.
To ask. Are there any Clint stories?
A Clint story.
A Clint story.
I actually had an
Clint story.
I actually had
tonight.
An opportunity.
Wow, could I? By the way, how's the level?
The levels are perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, the levels are perfect.
Whiskey Dale in chat. Whiskey Dale
Whiskey.
in chat.
Whiskey.
Got it. Sherman. I'm just looking over there, right? Yep, there it is. He got it right.
So I had the opportunity this week to educate. And how do I put this? It was a moment. It was one of those teaching moments. One of those moments where you see somebody who's young and idealistic, and their eyes are bright, and they're full of great ideas, and they're super smart, super intelligent.
Okay.
And then they say something completely fucking stupid, like all plastic straws should be outlawed.
Okay.
Well,
hey, fear not. That's true in California.
Yes.
So
yes,
you've got 1/50th of your wish right there.
Right there. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Where's the applause?
Okay. I know.
Where's the applause track?
Dang it!
Yeah, come on.
I know it's here.
Come on,
somewhere.
Come on. So this person made this. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I'll sign autographs again after the show. Thank you.
Wow.
That's good applause.
They really like you.
Hang on. Let me point to the camera. Wave. Thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Why are they throwing?
That's undergarments at me.
At you.
Yeah. Thank you. Look, I appreciate that reaction, ladies and gentlemen. Like that's amazing that we have this kind of support here on the show, and particularly when we fight
in the chat. That was from the chat room. I should.
Yep. And particularly when we're combating ignorance and communism here, one person at a time.
Ignorance is communism.
Ignorance is communism. So this young lady said to me,
Wow.
Yes?
You're getting specific right about now.
I'm not getting specific at all. You're reading into things because you have knowledge that nobody else has right now. So this young lady...
I almost think you're kind of pointing fingers right now.
I'm not pointing any fingers
careful.
right now.
You be careful.
I'm being careful right
careful.
now. I'm pointing... Everybody sees the screen can see I'm pointing
wait a
at
minute.
BZ.
Oh,
right,
no.
right there.
There we go.
I'm pointing at BZ.
I'm pointing
at the camera.
at...
You're
pointing at
me.
Clint,
Yep.
saying that he needs to be careful.
Yeah, and I'm pointing at you saying, yes, I will be careful.
Or you're pointing at me saying, I need to be careful.
So this individual right here
needs to be careful.
Calls me up and says, listen, all plastic straws need to be banned. They're horrible. They're the spawn of Satan, I think is the exact quote. Okay. And sea turtles are dying. Millions of sea turtles are dying.
Sea turtles are dying.
Because plastic straws get stuck in their nose. So it's one of those moments.
Wait a minute. Are you sure that they're not on some blue powdery beach somewhere just indulging?
Well,
on a log.
They might
have
have
a line, a little turtle indulgement every once in a while. Kind of smooth out. Kind of even out the edges and smooth out the day.
Yeah, this young lady may have been in Hawaii. Or at the time,
okay.
And so a conversation ensued. And by the way, the Donald Trump article that came out that he's doing plastic straws as a promotion. Did you see that? Freaking brilliant and very, very timely.
What do you mean he's doing plastic straws?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like what is he chopping them up?
No, like as a campaign thing. He's putting out plastic straws. Oh, do I have the article?
Oh, promo straws.
Yes.
Promo straws.
Yes. Plastic promo straws
okay.
as a big middle finger to the environmentalist movement.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Straws.
So anyways, now we had to take, now the good thing is you have to, when it comes to young idealism, right? You don't want to crush hopes and dreams because that's never a good strategy, right? Even in the face of complete unadulterated ignorance. Right, you can't completely crush hopes and dreams.
No. You should be a tour guide.
Right. So after I said, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" Ooh. No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
But I said, okay, so let's walk this through in a logical progression, right? And so it was explained to me, and I didn't know this, and maybe you knew this, BZ. It was explained to me that when somebody throws a straw away, say in I don't know, I'm in Utah, okay? And when somebody throws a straw away and it makes it to the landfill.
Well, if it falls in a forest, does it make a noise?
No. If it goes into the landfill, did you know that winds are so powerful that they can pick that straw up from the landfill, carry it all the way to the ocean?
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the True Hold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to True Hold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And True Hold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. True Hold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a True Hold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable. It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
And then that straw will purposefully seek out marine life and impale them. Did you know that?
Here's an interesting point. This occurred last week. Wasn't there a woman killed when a substitute metal straw that I'm guessing
Yes.
that she routinely carried with her because she didn't want to carry a regular straw.
Yes, because plastic straws are bad.
Yeah, she somehow, I'm not sure that I caught how this occurred, but somehow in some fashion she was impaled.
Yes, and it killed her.
With said metal straw, and she was killed.
Yeah.
Although those have to be really zany circumstances for that to have occurred.
But still, right? One death is too much. Let's use their argument against them.
Well, it's not.
Why don't we outlaw metal straws? Because clearly they kill, BZ.
Well,
listen, the environmentalist movement can't have it both ways. If plastic straws are impaling poor defenseless innocent sea turtles because they blow out of the landfill in Utah, then what do we say about one metallic straw that takes a human life, BZ? We have to stop the horror.
see, I think
We need to save people from themselves. They're too stupid to correctly use a metal straw.
See, I think that I get a pass just because of the structure
Okay.
of BZ.
Yeah.
In terms of if you ever had a drink and you're dealing with this and this, that's where I need straws. It makes things a lot easier and cleaner.
Use
for
a paper
me.
straw, BZ.
You know.
Let me tell you about this argument. So the discussion goes down. So the discussion goes down. I say, okay, hang on a second.
You know.
Hey, I had another laugh from you tonight.
You know what was going to happen.
Yeah, yes, I did. So we go down this path. I say, okay, look, stop. Hold on. Let's talk about how plastics are made and why environmentalists hate plastics. Why do environmentalists hate plastics? Because we've already outlawed plastic bags in California, and look at the result of that. We have more fecal matter on the streets because plastic bags used to be free. The homeless population used to go into supermarkets, get free plastic bags. They would deposit their human waste in said plastic bags, and they would throw it away. They would do that.
Or on Halloween, you'd light them on the
On
porch
fire.
of
That's a
someone
paper
and-
bag.
and then
That's
knock
a paper bag.
on the door.
That's a paper bag.
They're out of paper bags. They use plastic now.
Yeah. So, but plastic is how a lot of the transient population would dispose of their waste. California outlawed plastic bags. Why? Because plastic is evil, just like plastic straws are evil. And now, what do we have in California with the homeless waste population, particularly in cities like San Francisco, Sacramento, and Los Angeles?
Homeless waste.
We have homeless waste literally all over buildings and sidewalks because they're not going to go pay 10 cents for a plastic bag every time they have to use the restroom, or they're not going to dig them out of dump, or whatever it is, wherever they would get their plastic bags from.
Let me ask you a question, if I can interrupt just a
Sure.
second. Since California went to no plastic bags, the option is, folks may not know, the option is to get a bag. But the option is not a plastic bag. The option
Correct.
is a paper bag.
Yes. I think in some areas you can still purchase the plastic, but it still costs you.
At
because
small stores, you can
Yeah.
occasionally get something in, like a specialty store or something like that. You can get bags in plastic.
because they don't
But
like,
in grocery stores,
they
no.
do not like plastic.
No.
They do not like plastics.
Not in
So,
grocery
well, how
stores.
do you make plastic? Plastic is a petroleum-based product, is it not?
Yeah.
And what
How do you
industry
get-
do environmentalists fucking hate?
Yeah. How do you get plastics? Petroleum.
Yeah.
How do you get rubber?
Petroleum.
How do you get pharmaceuticals and drugs?
Petroleum. Yeah. What industry do environmentalists hate?
How do you get
Petroleum.
composites? Petroleum.
Petroleum.
How do you roll steel?
Petroleum.
Petroleum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you drive cruise ships?
Petroleum.
How do you move your goods from entire continents from one to the other?
Petroleum. Yeah.
What are most cruise ships and most tankers these days? Oh, some people would tell you they're electric.
No, they are not.
No, they're not.
No, they are not.
They're diesel electric.
Yes,
So
they are.
Here's the massive matrix of petroleum, since somehow we've gotten off on this. Diesel electric ships propel your goods from continent to continent.
Yep.
Then they come into a port, and then they're placed onto either trucks, which are petroleum, and then go into massive trains which are powered by petroleum. And then they go to a central transportation hub, the likes of which those vehicles are powered by petroleum.
So the long and short of it is, hey, look, this is an attack on the plastic industry. It's an attack on the petroleum industry. And really, if the problem is a plastic straw that somebody litters, then the problem is the litterer, not the straw. It's kind of like the problem is not the gun, it's the person with the gun. So you punish the bad guy that used the gun. You punish the litterer who threw the straw into the ocean and said turtle was impaled. So we had that discussion. Now, there is a happy ending to this. Because of the discussion, and I have to say the intelligence level of this particular young lady, which is very, very high, by the way.
Okay.
But due to her high level of intelligence and her ability to critically think and apply logic, she actually understood the argument. And I think a very important lesson was learned as well, which was you really need to look deeper than one article written by an author who has a clearly environmentalist agenda and look at the big picture. Fortunately, I think that lesson was learned, and it was an important lesson for me to teach, and I just wanted to share that as a Clint story tonight.
What things are made of petroleum, for example? I have a brief...
You just named
I have
a bunch.
A brief list.
Yeah.
Solvents, ink, upholstery, bicycle tires, dresses, cassettes, motorcycle helmets, CD players, curtains, vitamin capsules, dashboards, putty, percolators, skis, tool racks, mops. What kind of mops? Smell mops. Umbrellas, roofing, toilet seats, yarn, slacks, car battery cases, TV cabinets, life jackets, dyes.
Life jackets?
Yeah. Dyes, cortisones, antihistamines, food preservatives, faucet washers, caulking, dishwater parts, tires,
you can't say
sports
caulking.
car bodies, sweaters, floor wax, diesel fuel, motor oil, ballpoint pens, boats, nail polish, golf bags.
Basically everything that a capitalist society loves.
Yeah.
So let's do away with it.
Yeah. Well, that means you don't need computers.
Correct.
You don't need phones.
Correct. You don't need boats.
You don't need boats.
Correct. You don't need pens.
You don't need pens. You don't
Write
need,
with pencil.
You don't need iPhones. You don't need
Correct.
iPods. You don't need tablets.
And you don't need straws. So if somebody doesn't want to use
you don't
a
need
straw,
straws.
right? So if somebody,
I don't need a straw. I like a straw.
But that's your choice to make, not the government's choice to take away, correct? Or to make for you?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
When I was in...
So basically, if somebody wants to get rid of straws, they should also get you to stop using all of those other things that actually are greater in terms of petroleum and harming the environment, correct?
Oh, yeah. Well,
absolutely.
While we're at it, you also ought to make sure that you get rid of lithium-ion batteries.
Yes.
Anything that powers an electric car.
Yes.
Because an electric car does infinitely more damage to the environment than does a standard petroleum-fueled automobile.
Which is hilarious, particularly when you're talking about
Plus,
recycling those
here's
batteries.
The funny thing. What are we running out of? Oh, rare earth
Common
elements that are required to manufacture those batteries.
Yep.
And then what do you do with a 1,000-pound battery pack when your Prius dies after about 10,000?
Throw it in the ocean.
I guess you could. I'm not sure that anybody has actually kept a Prius or a hybrid or a battery-powered car long enough to blow out their battery pack, because replacement costs are about $10K.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't remember how far did you say they go? Did you say 100,000?
No, I'm just saying. I don't know how many recharges you can get out of that.
Yeah,
I do not know.
I do not know. Huh. Okay, Mueller. That was fun. You asked for a Clint story. You laughed a few times too.
I did, and boy,
which is good.
Yeah, I needed that. Okay, I have to ask us, how did we get to today?
News. A bombshell.
Today is a turning point. Today was historically bad for President Trump.
Today was a turning point.
A turning point.
We're at a turning point here.
The beginning of the end for the Trump presidency.
We have another bombshell.
Mike Pence might have to assume the office of the presidency.
Rumblings of the word impeachment.
Breaking news.
Another bombshell out of the White House.
I believe this is the beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end.
It's really the beginning of the
beginning
end.
of the
Maybe
end.
feeling the walls closing in on him.
All the
Ooh,
walls.
the walls are closing in on him. All of them. Every every single one of them.
him.
Breaking news, a new bombshell.
A new bombshell.
A new one. The beginning of the end for President Donald Trump.
Trump will resign.
Trump is going to resign.
Is this the
He's going to
tipping point?
resign.
I know we've said it over and over.
Is this the tipping point? Over and over again.
And over.
This is a tipping point.
And over and over.
And over and over.
President Trump off the rails.
It was the beginning of the end.
He's off the rails. Off the rails.
Bombshell.
This is the beginning.
Here's the rails.
And he's off of them.
The walls are closing in. The walls closing in.
He needs to get on those rails.
Breaking overnight bombshell.
This is a very
Bombshell.
dramatic day, and I think it might be
Another
a
one.
tipping point. Do you think this is a tipping point?
December 1st, 2017, you can mark it down. This
Ooh.
is the day that everything changed.
Oh, yeah.
December 1st, 2017. It's the beginning of the end.
Listen,
Mark it down now.
Beginning of the end.
The beginning of the
You know it, and I know it.
Bombshell.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is in a lot of trouble.
Trump is in trouble.
A lot of trouble.
Will resign.
Another hour, another bombshell.
This is a tipping point.
He will resign.
President could be impeached.
Oh, he could be.
Resignation. I don't think
Maybe.
the president is going to serve out his term.
Mr. Trump will not serve out his term.
He will not serve out his term.
No
He
way.
will not
No
serve it
how.
out.
Breaking news.
Absolute bombshell.
Donald Trump is not. He's done.
He's done. He's done.
He's done.
The walls closing in.
The walls closing in.
This is going to be the Achilles heel.
Breaking news tonight. I expect Trump to depart.
This
All right,
week
stop.
will be the
I can't
watershed
stop.
week.
I can't.
Trump is in
I can't
big
even.
trouble.
You know, that's perfect timing anyway,
Stop.
because why?
Because you got a clip ready to go.
Because we got a break.
We got a break. We're up against a break.
When we come back, I have the perfect summary of everything that occurred today with music.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of
So,
music? Muzak or music?
No, not the kind of stuff that you hear in elevators.
Oh, okay.
Or at the local Walmart.
Okay.
On the speakers in the ceiling.
Yes. That is Muzak.
That is Muzak.
Yes.
Big company, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Very big. Bigly. When we come back, we're going to hear the quintessential, prototypical... No, it's not just about me.
It can be about you tonight, BZ.
No, Clint and BZ are saving you, folks.
Yes.
We are saving you hours of sifting through the Mueller testimony so that we can provide you with information which summarizes beautatiously what happened today.
Yeah. Feel free to research it yourself if you want.
Yeah.
We encourage it,
yeah.
but we're saving you if you really don't want to.
Or conduct your own beautatious-osity-ishness yourself, if you will.
Correct.
And we'll be right back after this.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, this is Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Join us for The Right Way with Shannon and Mike, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on SHR Media.
Why are they joining us?
For fun things like sports, politics.
Oh, maybe some news and entertainment?
And all kinds of other things.
Money and recipes and events, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so join us Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 a.m. here on shrmedia.com.
From a public locker inside a dilapidated Long Island rail station comes a show designed to piss off liberals using truth, facts, and ridicule. The Lid Radio Show, featuring the conservative voice from the People's Republic of New York, the Lid himself, Jeff Dunitz. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com. At Lid Radio, we fight for the truth, justice, and a good kosher T-bone. If you don't listen, Hillary Clinton might sneak into your bedroom in her housecoat late at night and blame you for her election loss. It's the Lid Radio Show with Jeff Dunitz.
Hey girls, Carry Girl Gear is here. More and more women every day are concealed carrying, participating in competitive shooting, and getting firearms training. It's not a boys' club anymore, and we don't have to shop in their stores anymore either. Finally, a cool and unique clothing line just for women. Dope tees and hats for the patriotic concealed carry and 2A girl. So what are you waiting for? Go check out carrygirlgear.com today.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette.
I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
The new show on the SHR Media Network, Sackheads Against Tyranny. On shrmedia.com. Go there quick like a bunny, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday. Live and direct on the SHR Media Network. shrmedia.com. Be there.
For 50 years, I've seen the American people blinded by corrupt politicians, a lapdog media, and deceptive Islam. The one thing the elites fear is one man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me through Spreaker, iTunes, and SoundCloud, through SHR Media and the Western Free Radio Network, for half a century of experienced perspective on political and social issues, weekly on The Unpleasant Blind Guy. And catch me on Jeff Mitchell's EDL Radio on blogtalkradio.com. There's
no surrender, ever.
Because truth is not always pleasant.
Broadcasting behind enemy lines in occupied California, a mere 2 miles from the state capital, the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon radio show can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, only on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com to listen. You can also watch on the SHR Media Facebook page and the SHR Media YouTube channel. No goldfish were abused in the making of this ad. Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And we're back. This is the Sackheads Against Tyranny, otherwise known as the
What?
This is the Sackheads Against Tyranny, otherwise known as the
The Shat Show.
Thank you.
BZ.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's the Shat Show.
I'll be here all night. Okay. That I played a little bit of a precursor, a little bit of a run-up. Bad camera angle. Bad gas. Delayed borborygmus.
Huh.
Don't like the angle?
No, I don't like the angle of the dangle. There we go. That's a little better.
Okay. We said we're going to do something about that guy looming behind you. We could do that.
Well, let's leave him
on the break or something like that.
Let's leave him.
Okay.
We'll just leave him.
I have one other audio cut about how we happened to get here. This was a tete-a-tete that occurred back on July 12th of 2018.
Did Robert Mueller ever ask you if you were biased against Donald Trump?
He did not.
Did he? So he didn't ask you when he hired you?
This is Peter Stroke.
No, that question is not typically a question
that
that gets asked during hiring meetings in the U.S.
Gosh,
government, to my
one would
experience.
seemingly think that if you were hiring someone to investigate something, you might ask. But certainly then, when you were removed,
This is Representative Matt Gaetz.
Was it clear to you that Mr. Mueller was aware of these incendiary text messages?
Yes.
So he knew of the text messages, but never asked you whether you were biased or not.
That's correct.
That makes perfect sense.
Your girlfriend texted you on the 8th of August, Trump's not ever going to be president, right? Right? Do you recall your reply?
I do recall my reply, and if I hadn't, it's been refreshing my recollection no less than 4 or 5 times today, sir. But yes, I do recall my reply.
And what was it?
I'm sure you have it. I don't want to misstate it, but essentially, no, he's not. We'll stop it.
Did Bob Mueller ever ask you about that text message?
He did not.
No.
Of course not.
Why would he?
About a week later, on August 15th, you sent a text message regarding a meeting in Andy McCabe's office. Is that right?
I don't know the date. I do believe I know the text message that
Did
you're
Bob
going
Mueller
to.
ever ask you what happened in the meeting in Andrew McCabe's office?
There are many meetings that I attended in, not many, but
Did
several
Bob Mueller
meetings.
ask you about any of them?
He did not.
No.
No.
Why would he?
He wouldn't.
Did Bob Mueller ask you what you meant by an insurance policy?
Director Mueller did not.
Listen.
Wasn't important.
No.
Wasn't important.
On the 26th of July, this is contemporaneous with the opening of the Trump-Russia investigation, your girlfriend texts you, Clinton just has to win now. And you reply a few days later, and damn, this feels momentous, because this matters. The other one did too, but that was to ensure we didn't F something up. This matters because this matters. So super glad to be on this voyage with you. Did Bob Mueller ask you why this matters?
If you're asking why it mattered, it was a comparison between a case about...
I've seen you do this.
Let's see. Peter Stroke dipping his wick as a married man into Lisa Page, another FBI agent, and them getting together to decide that they were going to do whatever they could to derail the Trump election when they were both sworn FBI agents.
Yes. Questions that are not asked, but that is not what I'm asking you. I want to know if Bob Mueller asked you about this text message.
Director Mueller did not ask me about any text message.
No, he didn't ask me about any text message.
Well, gosh, just days after Mueller is appointed, in 2 text messages, one on the 19th of May and one on the 22nd of May, you reference impeachment. Did Bob Mueller ask you why you were referencing impeachment?
Congressman, as I just stated, Director Mueller did not ask me about any text message.
Well, I find that very interesting.
And difficult to believe. Do you find that a little bit difficult to believe? Wouldn't you want
I don't find it difficult to believe. I believe he did not ask about it.
Wouldn't you want to find out about the bona fides of the people that you're hiring?
I would, but I don't believe Bob Mueller. I just like calling him Mueller.
I don't call him Mueller because his name is Mueller.
Yeah,
Mueller.
I don't believe Mueller asked him about those text messages because I don't believe Mueller really gave 2 craps about a purely impartial group of people conducting the investigation.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Now I have about a 2, maybe...
You have the intro? Are you going to do the intro?
Maybe a minute and a half. This is a summary, and I'm saving you, folks... Clint and I are saving you 8 hours of fripperous fopdoodlery that you could have wasted, as I did, watching a good portion of the hearing today, just to make sure that I had some good sound bites for tonight. And then it was all assembled into this with music. So if you missed it, this is our Clint and BZ's. This is our public service for you.
Under penalty of perjury, that the testimony you're about to give is true and correct to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief. So
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
help you God. Let the record show that.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is not the great summary. This is this was glorious. This was the very first question.
Answer the affirmative. Thank you, and please be seated.
Since closing the special counsel's office in May of 2019, have you conducted any additional interviews or obtained any new information in your role as special counsel?
Well, we when it came to we needed to. I would say
this is the summary, by the way.
The statement would be that if you look at the language, I would say you could you repeat that, please?
Since closing the special counsel's office in May of 2019, have you conducted any additional interviews or obtained any new information in your role as special counsel?
That went a little fast for me.
Okay. And you can confirm you're no longer special counsel, correct?
Well, I would,
I'm not making any of this up. The only thing I added was Muzak.
The finding...
That whole stuttering was actually him.
The president...
Was it?
That was Mueller.
Wow.
Well, it would be Trump.
We will take a very brief 5-minute break.
So, just to let everybody know, the witch hunt is currently offline right now. It has ended for today. For today. So, I just saved you hours and hours and hours. But if you think I don't have any more pointed, salient audio cuts, people would ask, I think, and perhaps a good point, was Mueller's investigation at any time curtailed or stopped or hindered?
No.
So wouldn't you think, Clint, that would be a very salient question to ask?
Yes.
Bobby Mueller when he was in front of these various hearings?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what he said.
At any time with the investigation, was your investigation curtailed or stopped or hindered?
No.
What?
At any time with the investigation, was your investigation curtailed or stopped or hindered?
No.
At any time with the investigation, was your investigation curtailed or stopped or hindered?
No.
So I think the answer would be
no.
No.
No, yeah. And that means that he didn't obstruct.
I don't know. I don't know if you were listening to a lot of people in there. A bomb went off. A bomb went off. Then Matt Gaetz. Damn, Matt Gaetz got into the act, and this is the best, about 2 minutes of him that I could find.
State with confidence that the Steele dossier was not part of Russia's disinformation campaign?
No, as I said in my opening statement, that part of the building of the case predated me, and by at least 10 months.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Manafort's alleged crimes regarding tax evasion predated you. You had no problem charging them. And matter of fact, this Steele dossier predated the Attorney General, and he didn't have any problem answering the question. When Senator Cornyn asked the Attorney General the exact question I asked you, Director, the Attorney General said, and I'm quoting, "No, I can't state that with confidence." And that's one of the areas I'm reviewing. I'm concerned about it, and I don't think it's entirely speculative. Now, if something is not entirely speculative, then it must have some factual basis, but you identify no factual basis regarding the dossier or the possibility that it was part of the Russia disinformation campaign. Now, Christopher Steele's reporting is referenced in your report.
When we get through, I have a question for you specifically.
Steele reported to the FBI that senior Russian foreign ministry figures, along with other Russians, told him that there was, and I'm quoting from the Steele dossier, extensive evidence of conspiracy between the Trump campaign team and the Kremlin. So here's my question. Did Russians really tell that to Christopher Steele, or did he just make it all up, and was he lying to the FBI?
Let me back up a second, if I could, and say, as I said earlier, with regard to the Steele, that's beyond my purview.
No, it is exactly your purview, Director Mueller, and here's why.
Okay. Question to you, Clint. Was the Steele dossier, the dirty dossier that was acquired, paid for by the DNC, paid
and
for
the
by the Clinton campaign, also co-paid by the FBI? Was that a bit of Oppo research?
Yes.
And should that have not been reported to the FBI?
Of course it should have.
Of course it should have. But should the FBI then have gotten into it in terms of paying for the Steele dossier?
The FBI should not have paid for the Steele dossier.
Okay, and
that's government funds being used for Oppo research against a
Right.
political opponent,
right?
Running for president of the United
you
States.
seem to have a pretty good grasp of this. Now,
but I'm not very smart. I'm not as
I'm
smart
not
as those
either.
people in
No,
Congress.
no, I'm not
Those
either.
people in
I'll be the
Congress are
first to-
much smarter than me.
I'll be the first to admit that. So at the conclusion of this, about another 40 seconds or so, then I have another very important question to ask you in terms of your experience.
Only one of two things is possible, right? Either Steele made this whole thing up and there were never any Russians telling him of this vast criminal conspiracy that you didn't find, or Russians lied to Steele. Now, if Russians were lying to Steele to undermine our confidence in our duly elected president, that would seem to be precisely your purview, because you stated in your opening that the organizing principle was to fully and thoroughly investigate Russia's interference. But you weren't interested in whether or not Russians were interfering through Christopher Steele. And if Steele was lying, then you should have charged him with lying like you charged a variety of other people, but you say nothing about this in your report.
Well, sir.
Meanwhile,
Now, having heard that, Sackheads Clint, let me ask you this question. When you're conducting an investigation, is not the goal generally to go where the investigation takes you? In other words, you try your very level best not to have a theory and then set out to prove that theory. In other words, you have a suspect and you have to fit the crime to the suspect. Theoretically, you should go where the investigation takes you. And if you discover exculpatory evidence, or if you discover subsequently evidence of another crime, as Mueller did, and went after other persons when apparently he found other crimes. Why didn't he do that? He found other crimes, but he conveniently left out an assload of exculpatory evidence indicating, I think the fundamental question is, did Robert Mueller...
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the True Hold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to True Hold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And True Hold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. True Hold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a True Hold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the True Hold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to True Hold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And True Hold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. True Hold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a True Hold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
Or even do his job.
I don't think so. And here's the thing. I think that his scope was so broad that it really could have taken him anywhere. And here's another reason why I say he did not do his job. In the United States of America, you are presumed innocent. And if you conduct an investigation, you don't say during that investigation or after that investigation, well, I couldn't prove that BZ was innocent. I couldn't prove that BZ didn't commit this crime. I didn't have a finding that BZ didn't commit this act. You either find that they did because the evidence leads you there, in which case you go forward with the case and charges are filed and the case is adjudicated in a court of law, or you don't find evidence enough to convict or enough to bring charges at least. You do not meet that threshold, in which case the person is presumed innocent. You don't write in your investigation or your report that, well, I conducted a thorough investigation and I didn't find that so-and-so didn't commit this act. That makes no sense. Because in our country, you are presumed innocent, which means, hey, I did not find evidence to support this charge. No charges are filed. The person is, in fact, innocent.
Well,
so why? So with the fact that Robert Mueller basically said, and I don't recall his exact words, but he basically said, well, I don't have a finding that Trump didn't obstruct.
He found him not exonerated.
Right, and that's why I say he did not do his job, because there is no such thing as that.
In law,
there is
as not exonerated.
Correct. There is no such thing. You are
CLINT,
presumed, but I'm not a lawyer.
After a lengthy investigation, I think I've concluded, but I'm not certain, that you did not kill your best friend 10 years ago.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
I do not exonerate you of that crime. In other words, as the French would say, j'accuse.
But that's my point. That's
what
why
is
I say
Napoleonic law.
That's why I say Mueller didn't do his job, right? Because that does not exist. His finding has no place in the American criminal justice system.
This is a representation to me of Napoleonic law, which finds that you are guilty until you
proven
are proven innocent.
Yeah.
The onus of proving your innocence is up to you, not to the state.
Correct.
The state's job is to find you guilty. There is no onus on the state whatsoever to prove that.
Right.
That's your job as an individual. To prove back in 1984, as a result of a traffic accident, I didn't happen to kill a child. Now, BZ disprove that didn't happen.
You can't prove a negative.
That's the exact point.
Yeah,
that's the exact point of
but that's why when you asked me the question, did Robert Mueller do his job? I have to say no.
I don't think I do not believe that he did.
He used a standard that does not exist in American law.
In the way that law is practiced today, that is not the American standard of rule of law.
Correct. The way that the law is written. The Constitution is there is no such thing as what Robert Mueller found. And I think he did that on purpose because I think he's partisan. I think he wanted to hurt Donald Trump. He couldn't hurt Donald Trump. And so the best way he had to do that was to say, I can't say he didn't do it.
The crimes that were discovered, and I'd like your input on this. The crimes, and I've said this for some time, the crimes that were discovered were crimes of process.
Yes.
From Mueller. In other words, if this investigation had not been instigated, and we'll get into the creation of that a little bit later, then these crimes would not have been, alleged crimes, would not have been revealed. Mm-hmm. I think Flynn took it on the chin for the team. Flynn was lied to.
Yes, he was. I believe he was.
By FBI agents.
I believe
who
he was.
Subsequently said that they did not believe he was guilty, yet he was charged.
I believe, yes.
And I think he took one for the team, as did a lot of people in there, because you can either defend yourself and put your livelihood and your home at stake, because to defend yourself costs cash.
Yes, it does.
Nothing is free. The government is not going to defend you on this.
Nope.
There is no such thing as a public defender for these things.
You know what? I have a prediction. I think that if Trump gets elected for a second term, and I think he will, at least given the current status, but particularly with the latest poll on the economy that just came out with 52% approval rating, I think that Donald Trump pardons Flynn. Second term.
I can see that.
That's my a side note. Anyways,
I have another audio cut here.
Okay.
Another 5. Yes, we do have another.
We have 5 minutes.
Yep. I have another audio cut here. This is from one of my favorites. Representative Jim Jordan.
I like him. Ohio.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
Diplomat tells Papadopoulos.
I love him.
Russians have dirt. Papadopoulos tells a diplomat Russians have dirt on Clinton. Diplomat tells the FBI. What I'm wondering is, who told Papadopoulos? How'd he find out?
I can't get into the evidentiary file.
Yes, you can, because you wrote about it. You gave us the answer.
I don't want to talk about it. I can't get into it. You wrote about it. It's in your report, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, do you see what's going on here? Now, to his credit, Mueller did say for quite some time he did not want to appear.
Yes, he did.
And I can understand why he wouldn't want to appear.
Because he can take it from both sides.
And the answer is yes. Boy, did he ever.
Page 192 of the report, you tell us who told him. Joseph Mifsud. Joseph Mifsud's the guy who told Papadopoulos.
Here comes the question.
Here comes the other shoe.
The mysterious professor who lives in Rome and London, teaches in 2 different universities. This is the guy who told he lies 3 times, and yet you don't charge him with a crime. Diplomat tells Papadopoulos Russians have dirt. Papadopoulos tells a diplomat Russians have dirt on Clinton. Diplomat tells the FBI. What I'm wondering is, who told Papadopoulos? How'd he find out?
I can't get into the evidentiary fight.
Yes, you can, because you wrote about it. You gave us the answer.
So you see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going well. Then Jordan was talking to our good friend about, let's see if I can find this, about dodging some questions. Unless you have some observations that you'd like to make at this point.
No, just I think that you know what? I'll save it for the end. I'll save my analysis for the
frankly,
end. Frankly,
I think that you and I are doing a public service for the people that missed everything.
Absolutely.
Today.
Director, the FBI interviewed Joseph Mifsud on February 10th, 2017. In that interview, Mr. Mifsud lied. You point this out on page 193, volume 1. Mifsud denied. Mifsud also falsely stated. In addition, Mifsud omitted. 3 times he lied to the FBI, yet you didn't charge him with the crime.
Excuse me, did you say one? I'm sorry, did you say 193?
Volume 1, 193. He lied 3 times, you pointed out in the report. Why didn't you charge him with the crime?
I can't get into internal deliberations with regard who would or would not be.
Charge a lot of other people.
Okay, when you hear that, one of the first things that a logical thinking human being would ponder is the reason for lack of charges is that of a political bent.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot think of any other reason why not, because if you're going to paper everyone, then paper everyone, unless you're specifically targeting.
Yep.
A certain segment of individuals.
Correct.
To make a lot of people, a lot of logical thinking people wonder, is this politically motivated, or are you really seeking the truth here? If you're going to paper some, should you not paper all?
You should. And look, I told you, I said this before, I said, I really hope that it's a fair, impartial investigation and that the truth ultimately comes out. I don't think that's what happened here. I don't think this was a fair, impartial investigation, as evidenced by the folks who were charged versus apparently those who were not. I also by the conclusions that Bob Mueller did or did not draw, and how he presented those particularly. I don't think it was. And I think the president is absolutely right to be upset at this. This is not how the American justice system is supposed to work. This is not Napoleonic law. This is the United States of America, and I really hope, and I believe it's the case that Barr is really looking into how all of this started, and that those responsible are absolutely held accountable. But we'll see if that happens or not. I'm not holding my breath, not because I don't believe Attorney General Barr necessarily isn't a man of principles, because I believe he is. I think that he's very sickened by how politics are played today in the United States. But I really hope that some people are taken to task for this. Anyways, that was probably a longer answer than you were looking for.
Well, that's okay, because as a lot of people say, the best indicator of future performance or the lack thereof is past performance, or the lack thereof. So because we've not seen a lot of political equanimity in terms of investigations, hope does not spring eternal in the human breast that suddenly Barr will come in and huzzah, he will change everything.
Correct.
So I don't have that belief. Do you?
I don't. I have... I'd like to think something will be done, or at least a report will come out.
Yeah. Well, we have the IG, we have the Inspector General report, which has not yet been issued.
Yeah.
But the Inspector General, as you and I both realize, is predominantly toothless.
He is, yep. And that's why I think I'd like to see what Barr comes out and does. I am absolutely shocked that Hillary Clinton investigation has not been reopened. And I shouldn't be.
No,
but that is one area where, and I know we're getting off topic here, we're up against a break anyways, but that is one area where Donald Trump was on the campaign trail talking very specifically, and you remember the chants of lock her up and everything else? that an investigation was going to happen. That has not happened yet. And that is one area that I'm disappointed in President Trump with. Maybe there's something that somebody knows, and why that's not happening. I don't know. Maybe the investigation. I have no idea, and I don't even want to speculate as to why that hasn't happened. But I am disappointed that it hasn't happened, particularly with the confidential or the classified information that was on our server and went through emails and so forth. I am absolutely disgusted that has not been readdressed.
John Martin in chat said the Dems have no stops. That's true. They're unhinged.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No filters. They'll tell you they're just like Islam. They'll tell you that they want to kill you all day long so that they can be voted into power in perpetuity. Mm-hmm. Two positive aspects potentially, and then we're going to go to a break. Number one, we still have hope that we'll discover what was in the FISA affidavit. The second hope is a little-known thing called the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. The third aspect is when we come back, I'd like to play the Adam Schiff introduction and then specifically get your comments on what it is that Adam Schiff said in his introduction about the Robert Mueller thing. And then if you want to light this on fire and kick it to the curb after that, we can do exactly that if you want to.
There's a lot to unpack. I don't know if we're going to have a chance to kick it to the curb.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we're going to be right back after that. That's Sackheads Clinton. I'm Sackheads. BZ.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
For 50 years, I've seen the American people blinded by corrupt politicians, a lapdog media, and deceptive Islam. The one thing the elites fear is one man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me through Spreaker, iTunes, and SoundCloud, through SHR Media and the Western Free Radio Network, for half a century of experienced perspective on political and social issues, weekly on The Unpleasant Blind Guy. And catch me on Jeff Mitchell's EDL Radio on blogtalkradio.com. There's
no surrender, ever.
Because truth is not always pleasant.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette. I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
From a public locker inside a dilapidated Long Island rail station comes the...
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855 855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. Truehold.com.
Show designed to piss off liberals using truth, facts, and ridicule. The Lid Radio Show, featuring the conservative voice from the People's Republic of New York, the Lid himself, Jeff Dunitz. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com. At Lid Radio, we fight for the truth, justice, and a good kosher T-bone. If you don't listen, Hillary Clinton might sneak into your bedroom in her housecoat late at night and blame you for her election loss. It's the Lid Radio Show with Jeff Dunitz.
Hey girls, Carry Girl Gear is here. More and more women every day are concealed carrying, participating in competitive shooting, and getting firearms training. It's not a boys' club anymore, and we don't have to shop in their stores anymore either. Finally, a cool and unique clothing line just for women. Dope tees and hats for the patriotic concealed carry and 2A girl. So what are you waiting for? Go check out carrygirlgear.com today.
Broadcasting behind enemy lines in occupied California, a mere 2 miles from the state capitol, the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, only on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com to listen. You can also watch on the SHR Media Facebook page and the SHR Media YouTube channel. No goldfish were abused in the making of this ad.
New show on the SHR Media Network, Sackheads Against Tyranny. On shrmedia.com. Go there quick like a bunny, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday. Live and direct on the SHR Media Network. shrmedia.com. Be there.
Hey, this is Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Join us for The Right Way with Shannon and Mike, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on SHR Media.
Why are they joining us?
For fun things like sports, politics.
Oh, maybe some news and entertainment?
And all kinds of other things.
Money and recipes and events, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so join us Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 a.m. here on shrmedia.com.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And we're back. It's hour 2 of the Sackheads Against Tyranny, a real chat show. Yonder is, let's see. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Yonder is Sackheads Clint. To, on the screen, my right, and Sackheads Clint. He's on the right, pointing to me on the left, if you happen to be watching on video. Now, we are on the SHR Media YouTube channel, and we're also on the SHR...
Until we're banned.
Yeah, and also on the SHR Media Facebook page. So,
until we're banned.
Until we're banned. And don't think that hasn't happened before either, by the way. YouTube got into our shorts for 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then Facebook, I'm not sure about Facebook. I don't think we've been kicked to the curb yet by Facebook. But there's always tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow.
We were told that the best thing to do on Oppo research when something potentially bad comes to your attention, and this is, and Adam Schiff will talk about this. He's the chair on the House Judiciary Committee, and I think also the House
douchebag
Intelligence
douchebag
Committee.
Douchebag.
He's chair on one of the two. I can't remember.
And he's
which.
head douchebag.
And his motto.
He's head douchebag.
HD.
Head douche. Yes.
Okay. All right. He's as HD, and he has said and continues to say, if you become privy to any information, basically you should stop and immediately report this to the immediately report this to the FBI.
Yes.
Don't
Immediately.
Don't stop. Do
not pass go.
Don't collect. How much?
$200.
Hi. All right. I'm going to put Mr. Schiff on the phone, and then I guess are you going to transfer him to Mr. Parubi?
Yes, of course.
Great. Thank you.
Hi. How are you? Hello, Mr. Schiff. Thank you for your time.
Okay, these are Russians with Oppo Research calling Adam Schiff. That was Adam Schiff's secretary answering, and now Adam Schiff is on the phone.
Thank you, Chairman. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you.
I know that you work for investigation regarding Trump and Russian government.
Yes.
We know some important information about that.
And that is documented as well in materials you want to provide to us?
Yes. Could I explain you where we are?
Yes, of course. But, again, I would just caution that our Russian friends may be listening to the conversation, so I wouldn't share anything over the phone that you don't want them to hear.
No, I don't think that it will impact on our investigation.
Yes. Well, please, go ahead then.
In November 2013, Mr. Trump visited Moscow. He visited competition Miss Universe, and there he met with Russian journalist and celebrity Ksenia Sobchak.
I'm sorry, can you explain that again? While he was in Moscow in November 2013, he met...
Wait a minute. I thought Adam Schiff said
Adam
that
Schiff
if you become privy to Oppo research that may benefit someone else, that you immediately turn the information over to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
And should direct those people attempting to make you privy to that information
to the FBI. Absolutely.
A journalist and
well, she's poor journalist, but anyway, she became famous because of Putin is her godfather.
Okay, Putin's godfather. Okay.
She also known as a person who provides girls for escort for oligarchs, and she met with Trump and she brought him our Russian girl, celebrity Olga Buzova, who also known as a person with a strange reputation.
Strange reputation.
Olga Buzova.
Okay,
Buzova.
Listen, if you have somebody and you're being made aware of somebody with a strange reputation, Sackheads CLINT, wouldn't you run screaming
yes.
to the FBI?
Literally screaming. I would
to the
run.
FBI.
I would run.
There would be running involved.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Jesus. Would there not be running involved?
There would have to be running involved.
There'd have to be running involved.
Listen to Adam Schiff.
Oh, jeez. Okay, let's listen
Shift.
to Adam Schiff.
Shift.
Yeah, let's let him do that.
At the outset, and on behalf of my colleagues,
is he running?
Thank you, Special Counsel Mueller, for a lifetime of service to the country.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855 855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. Truehold.com.
Yeah.
Thank you for a lifetime of service.
Folks, do you know where that came from, that last audio cut?
Today.
No.
Oh.
That was when a couple of Russian comedians called in to Adam Schiff's office.
Oh, I thought you meant today.
And,
that last one.
and Adam Schiff took all the information from them about any skankiness on behalf of President Trump, the guy with the dead orange cat on his
cabeza
head. So I guess Adam Schiff doesn't live up to his own words. But this
I have an idea.
What?
Maybe
Yes.
that next segment where he was talking to Robert Mueller,
right?
Maybe he was going to tell him about the Russian contacts.
Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
was that what was going to happen?
I don't know.
Did I guess it?
I don't know. You could have. You could have. Yeah, you could have landed square on that with
maybe
both,
he ran screaming
with both. I'm going to guess. Looking at you, I'm going to guess size 11 feet.
Me?
You
14.
Get out.
Yeah, swear to God.
14? Size 11. Excuse me. God, what's wrong with me? I keep thinking 11.
I don't know.
Size 14 feet.
14, yeah.
Okay, we just found out a new factoid.
Yes, you did. About
Sackhead's Clint.
Yes, you did.
Tonight. Now, this is Adam Schiff doing the intro. Listen carefully, folks. This is Adam Schiff. Like I said in social media today. Okay, get a tally board, a big white board, and a
whoa. No. Dry erase.
Oh, dry erase.
Yeah, I don't like the connotation
erase.
that whiteboard brings.
Good.
I don't know why we have to bring race into this at all. Thank you. Let's call it what it is. Say dry erase board. Correct.
Thank you for correcting.
Or a chalkboard. We don't say blackboard.
No,
because that's racist.
Because they've been green too.
They have been green.
Have you not seen green boards?
I have.
And chalk applied on green boards.
But you can't say green board either because there may be green people out there somewhere. We don't know. We don't want to offend them.
Do you want to offend people from
Absolutely
Mars?
Not. Absolutely not. Why do you assume they're from Mars?
Marvin the Martian? Hello?
Was he green? His outfit was green, but he was not green.
Oh, yes. What?
Marvin the Martian was not green.
You think was there no portion of green on Marvin the Martian?
There was. His clothing was green.
Wait a minute. Marvin the Martian was black.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Wow.
With a green helmet and green skirt.
Okay, that's where I got the green from.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he represents then. Okay.
Isn't that lovely?
Tally up. Tally up on your dry
Mars. Isn't that lovely? Got to drop on you with my disintegrating pistol.
Tally up the number on your dry erase board.
Thank you.
On your dry erase board, tally up.
Do you have a pen? Let
Let
me tally up here.
Let's see. Tally up how many times.
My pens
Adam
are all
Schiff.
missing. My pens are all missing.
Okay, tally up how many times he laughs.
I claim this planet in the name of the Earth.
I claim this planet in the name of Mars. Isn't that lovely?
I can name what cartoon that's from.
Okay, what?
Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century.
Okay, all right. God, I wish I had a producer. And
boom!
If I had a producer, then...
Where's my bell? No, where's my bell? Bullshit. I don't want the applause. I want the bell. Thank you.
Wait. This is unprecedented. Two
Thank you.
dings.
Thank you.
Not one ding. 2 dings.
Thank you.
Okay.
By the way, how impressive was that I even pulled the name of the cartoon out?
I think that was damn impressive.
Right?
Yeah. So let's
How many
listen.
of you in chat could have done that?
I couldn't
Not
have.
many.
Well, number one, they're not sitting on the board right now. Right?
Your report, for those who have taken the time to study it, is methodical and it is devastating.
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 Foretells the story of a foreign adversary's sweeping and systematic intervention in a close U.S. presidential election.
Oh, yeah. So this is
that
Schiff
should be enough to deserve the attention of every American.
pontificating about Mueller.
As you well point out.
Every American.
But your report tells another story as well. The story of the 2016 election is also a story about disloyalty to country, about greed, and about lies. Your investigation determined that the Trump campaign, including Donald Trump himself, knew that a foreign power was intervening in our election and welcomed it, built Russian meddling into their strategy, and used it. Disloyalty to country. Those are strong words, but how else are we to describe a presidential campaign which did not inform the authorities of a foreign offer of dirt on their opponent, which did not publicly shun it or turn it away, but which instead invited it?
That's funny. We have audio, Shifty, of you doing basically the
same thing. Shifty McShifty face.
So, Sackheads Clint, do
Yes.
you think that, well, as is clearly implicated by Adam Schiff here, that President Trump is traitorous?
No.
What would lead you to conclude other? What wouldn't lead you to conclude that? I don't understand, sir.
Huh?
Oh,
that's a lawyer trick.
Okay.
I see what you did there. I recognize that. I recognize that.
Okay, let's continue.
Encouraged it and made full use of it. That disloyalty may not have been criminal. Constrained by uncooperative witnesses, the destruction
may not
have been criminal. So he's admitting,
yes,
that there was nothing criminal there.
We are damning with faint or no praise.
Yes,
Jacuzzi.
This was shocking. May not have been criminal.
Therefore, perhaps not quite so shocking.
Right.
Of documents and the use of encrypted communications, your team was not able to establish each of the elements of the crime of conspiracy beyond a reasonable doubt. So not a provable crime in any event.
That means not a crime.
But I think maybe something worse.
Yes.
A crime is the violation of law written by Congress. But disloyalty to country violates the very oath of citizenship, our devotion to a core principle on which our nation was founded, that we, the people, and not some foreign power that wishes us ill, we decide who governs us.
I thought we did that.
This is also a story about money, about greed and corruption.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
About the leadership of a campaign willing to compromise the nation's interest, not only to win, but to make money at the same time. About a campaign chairman indebted to pro-Russian interests who try.
Where have we heard that Trump's only there to make money on the presidency? Because the Democrats, you would think that if that's true, that they would have been bleating it and screaming it from the highest towers in D.C.
Well, okay, so
from forever.
That's a non-starter.
So
that's a non-starter.
Where does that come from?
I think he is using that to solidify his base, which hates greedy corporate America and rich white guys.
Okay, perfect question.
Right.
Boy, that leads into this question.
Because the reason I say that is because they can't prove that, because Donald Trump is forfeiting his salary as president of the United States, and Donald Trump did not need a $250,000 a year job being Donald Trump. I mean, look at the businesses he built. So that's a ridiculous argument on its face, and I think the only purpose that serves is to solidify the base, which hates him anyways, hates corporate America and everything that Donald Trump stands for from a capitalist standpoint.
Maybe I'm bigfooting the entire purpose for these segments, but at the end of the day, today, Sackheads Clint, do you think anyone was changed, moved, riven, uplifted, or somehow had their attitudes modified by listening to any of this shite that occurred all day today with Bobby Mueller?
I do, and here's how I think it was changed or affected.
Really? Okay.
Well, here's why.
Okay, all right.
I think that there is a segment of the population that was, for the whole time, there's kind of like, okay, yeah, we've heard enough of it. I think Congress pulling Mueller in today, and the Democrats were really looking for something they could hang impeachment on. They were looking for something shocking to get from Bob Mueller, particularly as we go into the election cycle. I think that didn't happen. And I think that the news playing into this and the lack of anything of substance from these hearings today, I think is going to piss people off.
Right. There.
Yes. I think that there is a segment of people like us, BZ, we've known this is bullshit for a long time. And so we're just kind of like, yeah, we're not shocked. There's nothing here. We know there's nothing here. This is all bullshit. It's all political. It's all political posturing.
Yeah, it's our gig. It's what we do.
And it's bullshit. But I think there's a good segment of the population that are watching MSNBC, that are watching CNN, that are watching Fox News, that are watching all these networks, that are looking at this and saying, really? So now you're fucking dragging this guy in front of Congress, and he's not telling you that Trump did anything wrong. He's clearly not a fan of Trump, but he can't go after Trump. I think Mueller has principles to the point of he's not going to charge a crime that's not there in terms of charging the president of the United States. As much as he hated it, I think he wanted to make Donald Trump look as bad as he could, and I think he did that when he said, well, I can't prove he's innocent, essentially. So I think he did as much damage as he was allowed to do. But I think people are tired of it. I think they're like, wait a second, you fucking had an investigation. You have his report. Now you're bringing him in front of Congress. My news day is filled up with this garbage, and there is nothing there. I think, if anything, there's people in the center left and right in the middle and even center right who maybe were not totally Trump supporters or whatnot, although the economy's doing well. I think that actually pushed them towards the other direction. I think that today hurt the Democrats more than it helped them. And I think if you ask if today mattered or had an impact, I think it did, but not the way the Democrats wanted. I think this actually bit them in the ass, because everybody I talked to, even people who are not political, thought today was bullshit.
That's very interesting. It's like, so today you think was, your basic Mark 1 Model 1 burger, nothing, table for 435 then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because at the end of this, we'll chat a little bit about hey, how did we get here, and why did we get here? Adam, take it, dude.
Tried to use his position to clear his debts and make millions. About a national security advisor using his position to make money from still other foreign interests.
What?
And about a candidate trying to make more money than all of them put together through a real estate project that to him was worth a fortune, hundreds of millions of dollars, and the realization of a lifelong ambition, a Trump Tower in the heart of Moscow.
He didn't need to be
candidate
president
who,
of
in
the United
fact,
States to do that.
viewed his whole campaign.
He did not need to be president. If anything, the presidency hindered that
his
project.
ability to do that.
Yes.
Because one of the first things that he did in his presidency is he rained down 17 cruise missiles on Syrian bases, which were basically adjunct bases of Russia.
Yes.
Oh, and that's right. He killed Russian advisors as he did that, too. So, as we can clearly see, Donald John Trump, OMB Orange Mad Bad, is in fact Putin's poodle.
Yes.
Is he not?
Yes.
Okay.
Not to mention he had to get rid of all his businesses also. But that's another point altogether.
As the greatest infomercial in history. Donald Trump and his senior staff were not alone in their desire to use the election to make money. For Russia, too, there was a powerful financial motive.
You should see the look on Mueller's face. Mueller right about now is going, is there a fucking question in here somewhere?
Putin wanted relief from U.S.
I think even Mueller knows that this part is
in the wake
bullshit.
of Russia's invasion of Ukraine and over human rights violations.
I think this degree of politicizing this whole thing, I think kind of irritates Mueller a little bit.
Was about
I think, yeah. I think you're
the secret
right.
conversations
I think Mueller's
between
like,
Flynn
we
and
fucking
Russian
tried,
ambassador
guys. We couldn't
were
do
about
it.
sanctions.
Enough.
Trump and his team wanted more money for themselves, and the Russians wanted more money for themselves and for their oligarchs. But
by the way, who was it, folks? And I'll let people in chat weigh in. Who was it that said essentially, I will be as cooperative as I possibly can be with Russia? And we have this on video. Who was that, folks? In terms of promising to be Putin's poodle.
That was Obama.
Who?
My last election, basically, yeah. And after my election, I have more flexibility.
After my last election, I have more flexibility. I remember that.
I will transmit this information to Vladimir.
You know what's funny? Today was so bad for the Democrats that Michael Moore, who SHR has been at ideological war with for
decades
years now.
I think at least 100 years
time. That slob actually put out blasting the Dems. Michael Moore is pissed. He, quote, a frail old man unable to remember things, stumbling, refusing to answer basic questions. I said it in 2017, and Mueller confirmed it today. All you pundits and moderates and lame Dems who told the public to put their faith in the esteemed Robert Mueller, just STFU from now on. Even Mueller couldn't nail him. And you know why they couldn't nail him, Democrats and Michael Moore and all you other D-bags out there? Because there was nothing there. If there was anything there, he would have freaking been. Yes, they would have nailed him to the wall.
It would have
been
shouted from the treetops by the Dems.
Yep. I think this was a huge mistake bringing Mueller in for the Democrats. I'm glad they did it.
Oh, yes.
I am glad they did it. But even Michael Moore is like, oh, my God.
Didn't you and I both say that essentially the Democrats are going to find that once they open this door and they walk through it, they'll be very sad that they did that?
Yeah, and I think so. And now watch. You watch. I have a feeling that the Justice Department findings will come out right about October of next year.
If you pull, we got to cut to a break here in a second. I know that. The one thing I think I did pull one thing out of this, listening as carefully as I did to this, is that I listened to the sound cuts. I really did. I think Mueller did deliver a bombshell today, one of them. He confirmed that the Department of Justice is, in fact, investigating whether Russia used the Christopher Steele dossier to inject misinformation and try to influence the U.S. election against Trump.
Yes.
Another small aspect, and I tried to find.
Wait a second. Against Trump?
Influence the election
against Trump?
Yeah, I know.
You can't. How is that? How could Trump has colluded with Russia? Interesting.
I tried to find this soundbite because I heard it, but I couldn't find the bite to play tonight. I might be able to corral it tomorrow. Maybe yes, maybe no. Mueller did say, by the way, that Russia did not only just operate in terms of trying to be pro-Trump. He found that there were elements that were pro-Clinton as well. You didn't hear about that, though, today. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, this is Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Join us for The Right Way with Shannon and Mike, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on SHR Media.
Why are they joining us?
For fun things like sports, politics.
Oh, maybe some news and entertainment?
And all kinds of other things.
Money and recipes and events, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so join us Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 a.m. here on shrmedia.com.
From a public locker inside a dilapidated Long Island rail station comes a show designed to piss off liberals using truth, facts, and ridicule. The Lid Radio Show, featuring the conservative voice from the People's Republic of New York, the Lid himself, Jeff Dunitz. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com. At Lid Radio, we fight for the truth, justice, and a good kosher T-bone. If you don't listen, Hillary Clinton might sneak into your bedroom in her housecoat late at night and blame you for her election loss. It's the Lid Radio Show with Jeff Dunitz.
Hey girls, Carry Girl Gear is here. More and more women every day are concealed carrying, participating in competitive shooting, and getting firearms training. It's not a boys' club anymore, and we don't have to shop in their stores anymore either. Finally, a cool and unique clothing line just for women. Dope tees and hats for the patriotic concealed carry and 2A girl. So what are you waiting for? Go check out carrygirlgear.com today.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette. I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
The new show on the SHR Media Network, Sackheads Against Tyranny. On shrmedia.com. Go there quick like a bunny, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday. Live and direct on the SHR Media Network. shrmedia.com. Be there.
For 50 years, I've seen the American people blinded by corrupt politicians, a lapdog media, and deceptive Islam. The one thing the elites fear is one man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me through Spreaker, iTunes, and SoundCloud, through SHR Media and the Western Free Radio Network, for half a century of experienced perspective on political and social issues, weekly on The Unpleasant Blind Guy. And catch me on Jeff Mitchell's EDL Radio on blogtalkradio.com. There's
no surrender, ever.
Because truth is not always pleasant.
Broadcasting behind enemy lines in occupied California, a mere 2 miles from the state capital, the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, only on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com to listen. You can also watch on the SHR Media Facebook page and the SHR Media YouTube channel. No goldfish were abused in the making of this ad. Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Okay. I guess we're back. No, I know we're back. If I could just get the screen to tell me that we're back. There we go. Now we're officially back. I have an observation to make, Clint.
Yes.
And I told you I was going to make this. And
yes.
You were fretting.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
This would take hours and hours, and we'd run out of the show.
Extrapolation.
Yeah, that's right. And
you said 5 seconds.
Yeah, this would take about 5 seconds or so. By the way, folks, are you aware that there's an Amber Alert for 4 missing children? Nobody has seen or heard from the squad all day. Is that not true? Where is they? I have not seen them.
That
all
is true.
Splayed across social media.
That
stories
is true.
picking it up.
That is true. Is this the observation you were talking about?
Yeah, and I said it would take about 5 seconds.
13 seconds.
Oh, it was. It wasn't that long.
13 seconds, BZ.
All right.
Are you going to play it back?
Okay. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
13 seconds, BC.
I found that interesting that all
13.13
through today, because
13.13 seconds.
Okay, thank you. You can't help it, can you?
No,
you just can't.
Help it. I am called the Contrarian
for a damn good reason. And I'm proud to have you here.
Thank you, and I'm proud to be here with you. Thank you.
It's fabulous because if they had been here to weigh in.
Oh, you're still going. Hang on, I got to start this timer again.
that all the media outlets would have, and again, it's like leftists not pushing harder left.
Hang on, you're off topic. I got to stop.
There is no ability. You lack the capability to do that.
I do. Potty jokes are hilarious.
Okay, so what do we got? Let's see. We got 2 years. We got the Democrats who took back the House. We've got I forget the.
And they're not doing anything but fucking with Trump. I think they may lose the House coming up here.
You might have to correct me on this. The investigation spent either $25 or $40 million. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
No collusion. No, it's a witch hunt. It's time for justice. We need to now look at Obama, Hillary, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Powers, Orr, Rice, Comey, McCabe, Lynch, Jarrett, who, and again, Obama. Is this not the creepiest thing in the world that Obama has purchased a house in D.C. with his wife and kids, although I think his kids are gone to college, but Valerie Jarrett is living in Obama's house. House with Michelle. How strange is that? Oh, I forgot a guy. I forgot Eric the Red Holder.
Eric the Red.
I forgot him. How could I forget him? Article came out from NBC News. They counted. We did it ourselves. You did it. You had a little tally board. But this is an official NBC News story. Mueller deflected questions 198 times. And the story said, we tracked it while he did. So they counted how many times he said, I can't, I won't, I didn't, blah, 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 198 times. The official editorial today from the New York Post is Nadler's Mueller hearing was a waste of everyone's time. But you think it's not a waste of time. You think that this may be not a huge element, but this may be an element of note in terms of souring people against why can't the Democrats just get off this stuff and try to do something for the country?
I do. Yeah, I think it was a colossal waste of time and taxpayer money. However, I think that just because I think it was a waste of time does not mean I think that there was no impact. I think that there was an impact. I don't think it was a huge impact, but I think there was an impact with a segment of the population that is going to be like, you know what, enough already. Because I think a lot of America believes that, or that you can't prove anything. There's nothing here. Even though I don't like Trump, and I'm not speaking for me personally, but I'm saying I think this attitude's out there. I don't like Trump. There was nothing to this. And I think this is going to bite the Dems in the foot, again, bite the Dems in the ass, again, because they are not doing their fucking job. They were sent to Congress.
Help the country.
Yeah,
the country.
They were sent.
Help your constituents.
They were sent to Congress to do a job. And maybe they were upset about the way Trump was doing some things, and they thought maybe he was an asshole, and they wanted to put people in check. I honestly think it was because they didn't want the Republicans controlling all three branches of government, or all three, the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Not all three branches. I misspoke. But I honestly believe that played a huge part in why Dems were able to take back the House. I think that with everything the Dems are doing, nothing from a legislative standpoint, but everything about obstructing and trying to interfere with this president, I believe that it's going to sour people on the Democrats, and I believe that they could hand the House back to the Republicans. Because look at the direction the country's gone. Look at unemployment. Look at the economy. Look what the founder of BET, Black Entertainment Television, even said about the economy and the economic state of minorities and so forth.
Yes,
so even a Democrat, a big Democratic donor, has said that President Trump is doing a pretty good job in that area. So I think all of these things, and the fact that the Democrats won't even work with the president on some of those basic things. Look, there are things that the president and the Democrats can get together on. Infrastructure.
They've had a couple.
Infrastructure and criminal justice. The criminal justice reform package that the president was able to implement.
9/11 fund.
9/11 funding. There are things out there that could be getting accomplished. Infrastructure being the biggest. But they refuse to get together on any of that stuff, and they want to instead hold these hearings and drag this crap out because they are scared to death of a second Donald Trump term.
You can't give, with the American people at stake even, you cannot afford, if you're a Democrat, to make sure that you somehow give or lend or appear to be giving OMB a hand in doing something positive. It must always be negative. The stories are starting to come in now today about the hearing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but so here's why that's important.
It is important.
It is important for Americans to say, you know what? Maybe I don't like Donald Trump, or economically I'm doing okay. The Democrats are in power; they're going to keep him in check, but they're able to accomplish things that are benefiting the country. Okay, Democrats, I'm going to reelect Donald Trump, but I'm also going to reelect you in the House because you're keeping him in check. You're holding him accountable in areas that I think are important, not witch hunts, not this bull crap that he's been proven innocent on, or that he's not been freaking.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
Obviously, there's nothing there in the investigation, right? But you're working on infrastructure. Our power grid is way antiquated. Our power grid is.
Look what happened.
Look what happened in New York.
New York. They lost power twice.
Yes.
Their subway system is falling apart.
That is a big deal for the entire country. That is a huge deal.
It is a massive
deal. And if so, there are things that could be coming together. You know what? You guys are working together. Maybe I'll vote for the Democrat. Maybe I'll reelect Trump. But you know what? I'm going to keep the Democrats in power here in the House. Maybe I'll give them some more power in the Senate. I think the Democrats would be in a better position there. But I think that with these hearings today, particularly if they keep this up, I really think that this is going to hurt them worse than they anticipate.
And again, it's funny you mentioned that, because let the articles commence. Here is a Harvard law professor by the name of Lawrence Tribe, who is a frothing anti-Trumper, who essentially said he's been a hugely fierce critic of President Trump. And he said today that former special counsel Robert Mueller's House Judiciary Committee hearing was a disaster, but in this fashion, it set back impeachment efforts. What's the other thing that we heard today from the Sino, the Speaker in name only, Nancy Pelosi? She's not pushing again out of this, because this was supposed to be the impetus that really got the ball rolling for impeachment. She's not rolling that ball off of Wednesday.
There's nothing to roll. There's nothing to roll.
So as a matter of fact, this is, for the Sino, this is a rather Sisyphean feat that she must accomplish, that if she's not careful, the rock that Sisyphus was perennially supposed to push uphill is going to come back and flatten the Sino if she's not careful. And I think she's really concerned about that right now.
I think she is. Nancy Pelosi is politically astute enough.
Yes, she is.
To realize what just happened. I really believe that. I believe Nancy Pelosi right now is like, oh, holy crap, we may have just lost everything.
But didn't we say that? We said that.
We did. But I think she's also saying, okay, thank God we still have another year and a couple months before the election because maybe we can do something to help our party.
Yeah. 209-284-3210. 209-284-3210. We got a couple of minutes left. We got about 12 minutes left. We can take a couple of phone calls if somebody wants to weigh in on this. Go ahead, sir.
I do want to talk about something important that happened. I haven't seen it at a lot of different places in the media, but I think it's an interesting development. South Korea indicated that they fired rounds, warning shots. They didn't shoot at some Russian warplanes who had violated their airspace.
I briefly heard that, but you clearly know more about that than I do.
There were 2 Tu-95 bombers and 1 A-50 airborne early warning aircraft that South Korea say entered the South's air defense identification zone off the East Coast before the A-50 intruded into South Korean airspace. South Korea scrambled some fighter jets, including some F-16s. And in this time, they fired 10 flares and approximately 80 rounds at the Russian warplanes as warning shots. The planes left the area. But then, 3 minutes later, they left. But then, these aircraft again returned to the area and again violated South Korean airspace. Again, according to South Korea. South Korean fighter jets responded. They launched 10 more flares. They fired approximately 280 additional rounds and warning shots at the Russian aircraft, and the Russian aircraft left the area. Russia, of course, disputes the incident. They say that, of course, that these aircraft were
international waters,
international airspace. They were over neutral waters.
They
say they failed to enter South Korean territory. They also said that if that the South Korean fighter jets didn't fire any warning shots. They did say, yes, they flew near the Russian planes. They called them unprofessional maneuvers that South Koreans engaged in. But they did say this, quote,
unprofessional.
If the Russian pilots felt there was a security threat, they would have responded.
That's right. And they also said this in an official statement. 3 words, moose and squirrel.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. Boris.
Okay, that's not funny, all right?
That's funny. That's very
funny. Are you
funny.
sure it's funny?
Yes.
Okay, Mike, you're on. Wait. Do you have more?
Yes. We don't have. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One call. Mike, you're on. Because Mike's been waiting.
Hi, Mike.
Hello. Hello, nose.
Jesus.
Man, that's hurtful.
That is hurtful.
But damn funny.
That's hurtful speech.
But that's funny right there. That's hate speech.
Is that hate speech?
Is that hate? I don't know. Am I a protected class?
Wait, if that's hate speech, is this a hate call?
This hate call.
Go ahead, hateful caller. Mike, hit it.
And that's the thing, guys. But you're actually right there. But again, are the Democrats and the squad actually as smart as Nancy Pelosi?
No,
absolutely not.
Hell no.
No, I think they are. I think
by
they're
a mile.
I think they are true believers in their cause, but I don't think they're as smart politically as Nancy Pelosi.
No,
I think they're more dedicated to their cause.
That's the thing. I mean, she may not want it, but there you got the squad and you got others like, oh, let's call her impeach 45, impeach 45. That's how she's been about,
Mm-hmm.
Maxie Pad Waters.
Wait a minute. Did Mike just denigrate Mad Max? I think so.
I don't know. I think he coined a new phrase.
I'm starting to think so. I'm starting to think he may have.
I don't know.
Now, are you giving him credit?
No,
you giving him?
I I
You
think
giving
it's
props?
the truth about her.
I am.
You're giving. Okay, Mike.
You're denigrating a great movie character by calling her Mad Max.
That is true.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. This is unusual, Mike. Clint just gave you props.
I did.
I in the
I
history
give credit
of the
where credit is
show,
due.
Have you done that before?
Given props?
Yeah. To a caller?
Yes. I had to have. I can't remember when.
I can't remember
but I'm
when
sure
either.
I did.
But let's mark it down on the calendar.
Let's mark it down as historic.
Okay. All right. This was historic.
It's historic, yeah.
It's historic.
Yeah, Mad Max or Maxi Pad Waters, that's basically a lot of these younger Democrats, including Max.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.
Pad Waters. That's what they ran on. They ran on basically impeaching the president.
Well, and also making sure that anybody that was in Trump's cabinet, atmosphere, administration, etc., should be smacked upside the head whenever they were found in public, make their lives a living hell. But that's not an advocation of violence in any fashion.
That's not hateful at all.
No, come on.
That's not hateful.
Think about this, guys. There were a number of Republican-leaning districts in the House, Republican-leaning districts in the House that were won by Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to be very much up for grabs again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and today I think absolutely helped the people that are going to run against them in those districts.
Mike, let me ask you a question. I know for a fact, because we've spoken before, that you are in Louisiana. I'm not familiar with Louisiana and your districts.
It's one of the states in the United States.
Really, which one is it? What
it's
number?
Louisiana.
One of the 58 states.
Right.
Yes. It's
Thank
one of the
you.
58
Thank
states.
you. Okay, Mike.
Yes.
Mike, it's a twofer for you tonight. 58 states.
Nice. And one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Nicely played. So, in terms of Louisiana.
Louisiana.
There
you go. Yeah.
Well, I know we call it Nolans.
Nolans and Louisiana.
Or NOLA. So, did anything, Mike, in 2016 go, did it go Dem? And if so, what are the chances of it going back red?
Well, there's only one congressional district that's a blue district here in Louisiana, and that's basically one of these oddly drawn sort of districts that's in kind of a New Orleans district and kind of Baton Rouge district that's going to go Dem, But other than that, everything else is red. The 2 senators are red. Yeah, we got a blue governor, but he's more of the old style conservative type Democrat. He wouldn't be, in other words, he wouldn't be able to run for president because he doesn't fit what they believe in, you know?
Yeah, he wouldn't get enough traction. Okay, well,
Right.
Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you for the call.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it. You said you had another story, though.
No, I don't have time. We don't have time.
You don't have.
But we can extrapolate. But we can extrapolate out the scenario about South Korea, and the Russian incursion, alleged Russian incursion into their airspace. So had South Korea fired on the Russian jets, or Russian aircraft, and had the Russians responded, first of all, it was 2 bombers, right? The Tupolovs, right, I believe, and 1 early warning aircraft.
So it's like our AWACS.
So first question: if the F-16s fired on those aircraft or fired warning shots on those aircraft, and the Russians did feel threatened, did they have the capability to respond? They had no fighter coverage up, correct? And I don't know if those aircraft have.
I don't know the nature of
guns.
South Korea, how quickly they scramble, and whether they keep they may keep a cover up in the northern portion of South Korea, just because of the DMZ. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. So if the Russians were really threatened, would they have responded? They have the capability of responded. And what would have happened if Russia did respond to those warning shots and shot down South Korean F-16s over South Korean airspace?
That's heady.
Told you we didn't have time.
That's some. Well, we still got 5 minutes.
Yeah. Or, I mean, flip it. You could. I think South Korea could defend shooting down Russian bombers in South Korean airspace.
Right.
I believe that's defensible.
Right.
But what if the South Korea fires warning shots, Russia responded, they shoot down South Korean F-16s in South Korean airspace?
Did not, in the Kamchatka Peninsula, at least 10 years ago, maybe 20, didn't Russia shoot down a South Korean commercial airliner?
Yes. Yes, they did.
I'm fuzzy on the time. I'm thinking it was at least 2 decades ago. Maybe in the 90s? Late 90s?
I believe so. I'd have to look it up, but yes.
I think the Russians did, in fact, shoot down a commercial airliner that I believe belonged to either South Korea, maybe Japan, but I think South Korea, because you know how many thousands of airlines there are in North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Alaskan is right. Flight 007. Yes. Thank you. See, that's why we have a chat room.
That's why we have the chat room.
And that's why we have the denizens, as I call them, the denizens of the chat room present for us. That's okay. So that's a very intriguing political question, which begs this further question, and we'll probably have time for just this before we have to go. And I have something new for you, a new audio cut to play at the end of the show.
Okay.
So the question is, all right, that occurred recently. What happens if it occurs again? Is that, possibly the final question, is that a sufficiently large incident, if something like that occurs again, is that sufficiently large to draw in major players other than Russia? Is that enough to draw in the U.S.? Is it enough to draw in China? Is it enough to draw in NATO?
Depends. It depends. If I'm
okay, I have to go to the market after, but I'd rather you not go there.
Oh, so I shouldn't go there?
No.
Right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying because I have to stop in the market before I go back.
So should I just let it sit then?
No, that's okay. Go ahead and answer. You missed it.
I missed it.
Move on. I know. Replay the show.
Okay.
You'll hear it, and then you'll go, oh, fuck, why didn't I? He handed it over to me. I could have picked it up and rolled with that ball.
I'm sorry.
But no.
I'm sorry. I missed it.
Oh, no. Alaskan again said South Korea. Yes. Korea Flight 007. So he just confirmed it. Once again, thanks, Alaskan. Appreciate
I thought it was confirmed. So, yeah, thank you very much, Alaskan. I wouldn't have picked that up without researching it. But I remembered the incident. I couldn't remember specifically. And Alaskan, maybe you have it, the date as well.
Oh, he does. Yeah. September 1983.
Okay.
It was a Boeing 747.
Okay. And what was the global response? I think there was condemnation, a bunch of shit, I think Russia proved that it violated their airspace. Correct.
Or I think they proved that there was some kind of a miscommunication between the pilot and the controller.
Yeah, something to that. There was no response or something. It was something odd. So look, if Russian aircraft were downed by South Korea in South Korean airspace and it was proved it was in South Korean airspace, I think there'd be a lot of posturing, but I think Russia would be wrong. I think the world would understand.
It wouldn't go global.
I don't think it would go global. Now, if South Korea downed Russian aircraft and it was proved that it was over international waters,
potentially.
I think that's
a potential.
And here's why I say that. I think that the West has the ability, based on culture and politics, to show more restraint than the East. I think that if the West, if South Korea were to down Russian aircraft over international waters, I think that Russia would be quick to respond militarily. I think then that would escalate a lot easier in that scenario than the Russians are in the wrong. They incur South Korean airspace. South Korea defends their zone. Russia knows they're wrong. It's proved to the world based on data and so forth of where the aircraft were. They do a lot of saber rattling, but ultimately they're wrong and everybody knows they were wrong. And they can save face and say, okay, our pilots made a navigational error. And I don't think the West would escalate, if that makes sense.
So there would be reticence, hesitation to go full there.
I believe so, yeah. If the Russians were in the wrong, if the Russian aircraft were in fact violating South Korean airspace, that's my analysis of how that scenario would play out. But oh my, if South Korea was inaccurate and those aircraft went down or shots were fired over international waters,
because especially the Tupolevs, they are multi-personnel aircraft. It's not just one or two people that are involved. Or their equivalent of an AWAC. There could be 7 to 10 individuals.
Yeah,
in those planes.
And I think that if the bombers were shot down, people would be more understanding. I guess I don't want to say understand, but I think that where those shots were fired would be critical to how that scenario would play out.
Okay. I say it's time for music. And then
time for Muzak?
Muzak.
Okay.
M-U-Z-A-K.
Play me out, PZ.
Okay.
Play me out.
And then I want your opinion
on
the thing that I play at the end. Will this be a standard outro for the Chat Show?
All right.
When we get through with this.
Let's check it out.
I think we had a fairly good show.
I think we had a great show. What are you talking about?
Should we? I think the overarching question at this point is, should we do this and conduct ourselves in a similar fashion next Wednesday, which is the 31st?
The 31st, it is.
The last day of July?
It is, already.
Wow. Okay, so shall we?
Yes.
So we should come back, and we should do this once again.
What are we doing?
The show.
Yes.
You sure we should do it?
No. Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, should this, in order, because I can butt them together.
Is this bonus material?
This is bonus material.
Wow.
We're into bonus hours. We're into a little bit of overtime. Should this also be edited into the final music?
Hi, I'm Peter Griffin. You know, we've had a lot of laughs tonight, but I'll tell you what's not funny. Killing strippers. Strippers are people, too.
Remember that.
Naked people who may be willing to pleasure you for a price you negotiate later behind the curtain at a VIP room. Besides, there's no need to kill them, because most of them are already dead inside. Good night, everyone.
What is that from?
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that should be part of our show.
Okay, watch. This is a visual. This is my pouty lip.
Look, is there copyright stuff there?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Plus,
who owns Family Guy?
Plus, it's 17 seconds long, and we get 25 seconds.
Oh.
Okay, it was just a question. That's all. I think it's time for us to leave. What do you think?
Goodbye, America.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye, America.
Thanks for everybody in the chat room.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the True Hold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to True Hold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And True Hold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. True Hold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a True Hold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com. Listen, you've been making house payments for years, right? And right now, your home's value has never been higher, right? That means you're likely sitting on a small fortune in equity. Good for you. That's cash that you could use to help secure your retirement, solve all your financial burdens, enable you to travel, everything you want. The catch is, you're not ready to move. No problem. You don't have to with the TrueHold Sell and Stay Leaseback program. This is a genius financial strategy. You sell your home to TrueHold while its value is high. You bank all that equity in cash now, and you can stay as long as you like with an easy, affordable lease. And TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get a TrueHold offer now while your home's value is sky high. Call 1-855-300-9993. That's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out without moving out. TrueHold.com.